Are you a victim of the universe's twin flame developments? When I hear what people say online in many twin flame videos, or what they say in Facebook groups, I often get the impression that people are actually feeling as though they are a victim of what the universe throws at them. It's my twin flame. But it's bad. It's difficult. I'm suffering from it. They walk away. They have another. They don't want to talk to me. I'm a victim of that. And it is the universe's fault. Because this, it is clear for most, is a spiritual thing. That means the foundation of life. But okay. So they say the universe. It's the universe's fault that I have a twin flame. And I feel pain because of it in my heart, in my love center, in where my entire emotional, relational life is happening. That's where I have pain now. And the universe did that because it's the universe that sent this twin flame person on my way. And they came to me, and it was profound, and it touched me thorough. And that happened, and then there were things that came up that were shadows, seemingly. That makes me the victim of the universe. I think that we should look into what that means. And that's why I have 3 talking points. 1. Assuming you have no will of your own. When you look at it like that, that's your perception of your situation, of the twin flame topic, of your love life, and of the universe as this some sort of a overarching holder of this twin flame thing, then you are assuming that the universe has a will and it pushes the twin flame onto you. It pushes the twin flame experience onto you. And it is that will that comes over you that is overruling the fact that you have a will. Or maybe you think that you don't even have a will in it. Your will is like nowhere, and you're like below the will of the bigger forces. So in this way, you're starting to make the whole twin flame journey and a twin flame phenomenon, and even the universe itself as the spiritual background of in which this happens. You start to see that as the enemy, right? Because now you need to hide from it. Because who knows, the universe will throw the twin flame to you again. And then you'll be more hurt in your heart. Awful. Oh, I never want that ever again. Gosh, and they have another, and they don't want to communicate with me. And you have, in a sense, like nothing to say about it. So maybe that says something about that you feel like it's like the inner child that is afraid of the authoritarian parent that comes over you and controls you. Maybe you feel controlled, right? So then it can actually very well be that you have a control thing going on that is actually your shadow. And that's why you experience these happenings in that light, but it's the light that you have invented. It's your glasses that you're having on your face. So it will be like, now I'm a child and I see the authoritarian parent coming over me and I have nothing to say or nothing to will. Oh my God, I just need to comply. Maybe. But that makes me suffer. I'm suffering. And then when you would finally put that glasses off again, like this, you would understand that that is your inner child that has had maybe experiences with overarchingly controlling authoritarian parents that presented the idea of love, but it was actually control. And now you are projecting that on the entire universe, or even on God, because the idea of the universe is sort of the same as God, isn't it? Or the divine, or source, however you want to say it, doesn't matter how you say it. So when you look at it like that, maybe you can then have compassion for the child in you and love it, take it in your arms, and just understand it. Yeah. You've been coaxed into these patterns that say that control is love, and that's not true. But you can put these glasses off and actually love your inner child, which is a very equal relationship when you start to love your inner child. Because the inner child starts to trust you slowly, and you start to give to the child without any agenda, unconditionally. So you're both committed to that equal coming together where there's vulnerability and intimacy. That's where you will start to center in a new way, and you'll start to understand that from this healed self you might experience the universe and the twin flame very differently. Because now they're not forces outside you coming on top of your head. But now you may start to see that you can co-create with it in that space of intimacy. 2. You are assuming your will is differently than the will of the universe. When you are in that strange thing of being the victim of the universe's twin flame developments, then you think, you believe that here's the universe coming over me, willing this onto me, controlling me into this twin flame relationship. And then when I took it in my heart and I accepted it in, they walked away, or they don't communicate with me anymore, or they have another kind of block that is not so smooth as you would say it would need to be. So, and then you say, but I don't like that. I want to get rid of it. So you're actually saying that your will is different than that of the universe. But is that even possible? So this is a very confrontational stance. The universe has thrown me the twin flame, but I don't want it. How come you think that the universe, which is the same as your source, which is the same as God and the divine, how come you think that you can will differently than the divine? Isn't the divine present in your most intimate heart of hearts? Isn't the universe having its very core inside of your experiential field? Do you think that the divine is outside of you? Because only then you can come will to will there. But isn't it actually so that you are part of the universe. And this is what these people often say. They have all kinds of lofty ideas about spiritual things and about twin flames and the universe. And they say, but we are part of the universe. We are one. Love and light. But when the universe throws me the twin flame and I don't like it, then suddenly I am not the universe. Oh no, I don't like this. Can you have a will that is different than the divine has for you? When you fully accept that the divine is actually, just like the universe, intimately inside of the heart of your heart, how can you ever conceive of the idea that the universe is against you when they give you your twin flame? You are a child of the universe at your core. Do you really think that you will differently than the universe wills? At your core, the core of your core? No, that's not possible. So there must be something else going on here. Now, I will enlighten you about what that is. Your will has taken another road. Your will has been uncoupled from that lofty, the universe is within me, adagium. You uncoupled yourself there, and your will is now standing on its own and running around, doing its own thing, like a headless chicken, a little bit there and a little bit there. And this uncoupled will is another name for the ego. So when you think that your will is differently than that of the universe and you don't want this twin flame experience, but the universe gave it to you nevertheless, then you can be certain that this will against the universe's will is not your true will, it is your ego. Now, most people that have something with spirituality understand that the ego or isn't real or can be unwinded. Well, anyway, so that it becomes taken into the soul or the self, which is a process of undoing the ego in a sense, or some variation of how you say that. So, indeed, when you go head to head with the universe, you must be in your ego. And because the twin flame and the universe is a spiritual topic, the ego can transform so that it becomes one again with the self, with the soul. And there it is not willing on its own anymore. It is not running around like a headless chicken anymore, but it will align with the will of the universe. 3. Could it be possible that this is not only for your highest good, but also what you want? Think about it. Maybe you are like, geez, I don't like these experiences. So I don't like the twin flame anymore. I never wanted this experience at all. Why did the universe give it to me? Can it be possible that it is actually for your highest good, that it does happen, that it is in your life, that you actually invited it because you actually want it? But the you that wanted it, that called it in, is a you that you're not really in connection with at this moment, that you're complaining about being the victim of the universe because they thrown the twin flame in your lane. We all get on the twin flame spiritual journey to a certain point at which we need to admit to ourselves that we don't really know who we are, that we don't understand our own identity correctly, that our identity in the light of the ego was a certain way, and at school it was a certain way, and in your work was a certain way, in your career. But who you truly are in the light of the divine, in the spiritual sense, as the foundational element of who you truly are, as the son or daughter of the universe or of God. At your core, who are you there? We all come to a point where we need to admit that we don't know who we truly are. It's a very good development. And the sooner you can acknowledge that and accept that, the better. Because then you can start to see that you are a co-creator with this all. You had called it in. You had wanted this. But your understanding of the you that you are was incorrect beforehand. And now your understanding of who and what you are starts to become deeper, more grounded in truth, in spiritual truth, and also with that much faster, and much more spiritually purified, much more the co-creator with the divine. That is where you will arrive then. And you will start to understand that it's not only for your highest good, but it is even what you have always wanted, deep in your heart of hearts. It's your deepest wish come true. And now you are taken on this wave to make it come true. And you can only feel gratitude about that. So I hope this helped. Dear friends, you are invited to Twin Flame Easter. We're going to meet up. How about that? What better way to spend a little free time, to meet with the Twin Flame teacher and, importantly, the Twin Flame community. The first thing that's going to happen for you in Twin Flame Easter is you're going to get an automatic distant healing downloaded to you on download day. That'll be Easter Saturday, upcoming Saturday on March 30. The whole trick is that you give your little donation and then you're in, and you guaranteed yourself that you will receive from the teacher, that's why I mentioned it, the Twin Flame automatic distant healing. And I advise you to take that in, receive that assertively by taking some time for yourself on the Saturday, to sit down, to be a little meditative, maybe make a beautiful stroll in nature. And I especially advise you to go to our Facebook group, Your Abundance, which is our living room, and make yourself at home there. Start to download the worksheet of the Twin Flame inner work tool called Key. Start to study how it works by watching the many videos, reading other downloads and other posts in the featured post section, or pinned post section in other words, and so on. Start to do this Twin Flame inner work on upcoming Saturday as well, to make possible even more results from your Twin Flame distant healing download. There are many more things to study in our Facebook group. please do so. Make it a beautiful day in which you sink into the deeper healing power that will bring you closer to your harmonious twin flame union. But that's not all. On that day, Saturday, March 30, I will give a YouTube live video in which you can come, connect with us, and we're going to do healing together as well. So that's available for everybody, anybody that wants to come. But if you're on the Twin Flame Download Day specifically and you have donated a little bit, this is of course a wonderful way to also connect and go deeper and get it more structured, because we're going to experience in this YouTube live oracle cards, healing, meditation, all around, bringing you closer to your harmonious twin flame union. Just like 2 unions have come together the last 6 weeks in our community. So why can't you do it? You can do it too. And this can be a start. This can be a moment in which you let that potential in a little deeper. This twin flame Easter. But that's not all. You can come to our Easter Sunday social meetup. This will be a Zoom call that starts up from our Facebook group called Your Abundance. And you can just meet up with each other, share, talk about what you experienced. Yes, in your distant healing download day experiences, and also about what you experienced in the YouTube live or what you're experiencing in general. This social Zoom meetup for Twin Flame Easter is also accessible for anybody, and it is especially relevant for those that have opted to donate for the download day that was the day before on a Saturday. So this will be your complete Twin Flame Easter in which you can go deeper. I facilitate this for you from the heart. There will be some links that will make it clear for you, and of course the explanation as well in the description box below. And you need to push the 3 dots or another way that unfolds the explanations right underneath the video titles to reach that. You'll find it. I'll also put it in the pinned comment to make it extra easy to find for you. And I will see you at Twin Flame Easter. Love from Petra. So we talked about that many people have this sense around the twin flame and universe topic that they are a little bit of a victim of it. And this mentality can be healed. It will help you towards your harmonious twin flame union. And I do have a video in which I work on that healing with you directly with a crystal clearing. I'll put that video right here in a couple of seconds, and I know that it will be so healing for you to watch right now. I'll see you there. Love from Petra.